Hello fellow Rangers, welcome back to a brand new build series. Yes, we got another build series that's going to be hitting the channel, or well, hitting it as in now. The F80C Shooting Star, the first American in-service jet fighter by Airfix. It's a newest build. It is from the Vintage Classic range, apparently. I have double looked into the box, so if you're wondering why it's out of the bag, that's why. But yeah, we got Hornby, not Hornby owns Airfix, but Airfix have done a really good job regarding the instructions. Very simple and easy to follow. Oh, and pretty much, I'll let you know which aircraft, because it comes with two deep sets of water slide transfers. It's this one, which model Minutes did it, and this one, which I have been looking into, and I will explain on the very last episode the history of that particular aircraft. As always, I always like to try to find not just about the F80 Shooting Star, but also if I can find the history of that specific aircraft as well, even better. Right, let's cut out the pilot and the cockpit, as that's the first thing we got to do. Right, fellow Rangers, we've got our parts assembled. Well, we got our glue, which is Revell's contact glue, professional glue. It's really one of the best. It's what we will do is we will assemble the actual cockpit so that essentially we've got everything roughly in place. We'll have the seat in place, we will have the column in place, but we will leave the control stick till last. That's simply because the fact that we are going to be painting it. Yes, I know it is a small R72 scale. Help if I put that on right. And then not forgetting the seat. My apologies for my fellow Rangers. I believed I was in shot. Well, my hands, I believed they were in shot, so you could see what I was doing. There we go. Just get that correct level, so that one, it fits right, and two, it looks right. So there we are. We got the cockpit together. Now we have our pilot. I wonder if the camera will focus on him. Probably not. Let's see, will you? Oh, it's not really much finally. Yeah, it's not really much detail on him, but for the scale, that's understandable. Well, I haven't got the colours according to the instructions of what this should be coloured in. So what I've done is I've looked on Google. I have found a cockpit of an F80, and I'm going off that. So let's get on with the painting. First, put the glue back because we don't want that drying out. Right, time to get paint. I should be back now. Right, fellow inchers, I've got the paint ready to work on our F80 Shooting Star. So right, we got a good proper brush. Actually, we've mixed our paint well. It looks exactly similar to the actual colour in an actual F80. So that's why I am using this. It's from the photos. You got the seats was green, it's olive green, and the floor was olive green. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint them in olive green, and what I find regarding Tamiya paints, it don't take long for them to dry. Especially the brushed on ones paints. It don't take that long to dry. And essentially, they last for quite a long time. And they're not oil based, so you can literally run the brush underneath the tap, and hey presto, you got a clean brush waiting for you. There we go, look at that. Ready for our pilot. Whoop. So yes, this is my foot kicking up against the tripod. Right, the rest of the bits are black and grey, which we will leave that for a minute. I have been looking, because essentially there's no parts in this kit to have the undercarriage up. So what we're going to do is we'll have the undercarriage down as the kit says to do. Oh, and I was just looking at where we would have the actual stand, and I found a good place by here. So we'll get that done shortly and get that ready. So when we got the cockpit ready, that pretty much it will be ready to be assembled. You'll join us once we finish painting the cockpit. Right, fellow Rangers, this is our pilot. He's in the correct colour scheme with his flight preserver in yellow, khaki colour flight suit, black helmet, black boots. Oops, I got on with that as without showing you, simply because of the fact that let's see, yep, I didn't want you getting bored and making this video too long. And pretty much virtually finished doing the cockpit. So all we got to do regarding the cockpit is put our scared airman in and glue him in with the flight stick. And if you're wondering what's here, well, I need a little bit more glue on that, which I will do in a moment. And it is the wings. Because this is a classic from the past of Airfix, they still put positions for you to have a actual stand to hold the aircraft. So I went ahead and just got on with it. Yeah, essentially, it's just a simple glue in, and I'm just adding a little bit more glue just to make life a little bit more easier. I know I put a lot on there, but it don't look like it's sticking. Down hard enough. Let's see, other peg. Because I don't think that was doing the job. Yep, that's better. we'll give that a minute or two before we even look at that, because essentially before this episode ends, I plan on having the fuselage and the wings together, so that then essentially episode 2 of this build will be painting the aircraft, finishing it off, and then the history, which will be on the 3rd episode. And I hope you are enjoying these sort of videos so far. I have noticed they do get a mixed viewing numbers, but if you do like them, let me know in the comments section below. That's what it's there for. I always listen to anyone's advice or anything that I need to improve upon. Right. Might end up not using the flight stick simply because of the fact that it looks like it's not going to be easy to fit. Right. Lou. Our poor helpless pilot being held by yours truly is not going to get a flight stick, because I've just seen where his legs go, and that essentially is going to be a nightmare to fit. If anyone says anything, it was in there. Right, as this is going on the stand, I don't really need weights, but I will be putting weights in the nose anyway. Just a precaution, just in case anything, if I did need it. So, right. I have changed my mind. I wasn't going to put the undercarriage down on this aircraft, but I am. So, we got to do the nose wheel, which is next. Right, let's see. Is it a separate nose wheel or 2 bits? So, and that is number 9 and number 8. Right. Yes. That's my trusty clippers, cut and cut bits. You can get them from virtually many hobby shops. I bought a pair like this. This is my brother's. And from Hobbycraft, and I don't know where I'll put them, hence the reason why I've nicked his. Right. And then last but not least is number 8, which is around here somewhere. Right. We'll be right back, guys. Right, fellow Rangers, yes, I have found that missing part. It is actually, presuming, is part of the landing lights of the F80. Right. Let's double check on the instructions. Where does it go? It goes on that. Goes by there. Gotta remember when I paint this thing that not to paint that part, but that won't be in this episode. Right. Unfortunately, the camera is not playing ball with me at the minute. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That goes on to, we'll give that a minute to set. Number 7 we need, which I've already seen already. Yes, number 7. I've already found it. Yeah, I'm trying out a new thing where I don't go to time lapse too much, so that you can see what I'm doing in sort of real time. But some bits I will go to time lapse for, or speed up the footage. I dropped that somewhere. It's not working out today. I'll be back in a moment. Right, fellow Rangers, my apologies on this one. I kind of messed up. Right, one moment. Yeah, we are. I messed up as I believed when I was fitting the wings to the fuselage, after assembling the fuselage, that I was filming. But unfortunately, it turns out I was not filming. So I was talking to myself essentially, and unfortunately, with the aircraft being assembled now, I can't take it apart just to reassemble it on camera. So my many apologies. Hopefully that won't happen again. But for now, I honestly think the aircraft is going on very well. And until I looked at Model Minutes' video, I didn't realise that they prepared a place for a stand on this kit. So that makes life so much easier. I don't have to make my own placement. Pretty much, that's, apart from that little mistake, the aircraft that so far is looking really, really good. I'm really pleased how now it's looking. Of course, I've filed it down here just so that nothing would be pronounced when near the end. When I get to painting, the intakes have been fitted, and wings have been fitted. So yeah, she's looking pretty good. I've managed to track down quite a lot of history regarding the actual aircraft we're doing, and I will make sure that sort of group of people who I've managed to get the information from does get mentioned when we talk about the history of this aircraft. But for now, if this is your first video and you enjoyed it, please consider putting a like on it, as that shows to me that people are liking my content. Or if it is your first video with me, please consider subscribing to the channel to watch more model kit build videos to come. With that, and I'm getting out of breath, till the next time, my fellow Rangers, take care all, and Lone Ranger signing out.